Hey friends, so today we are interviewing multi-hyphenated, award-winning Carolyn Fe from Blues Clues. Blues Clues and You, I gotta
Yeah,
get that right, I keep forgetting it.
yeah.
I'm so used to the old one. But for Blues Clues and You, and she plays Josh's Lola. But before we get into talking about that, I'm gonna ask Carolyn about herself. Like tell us who you are for those that don't know you, those that only know you as Lola, but let us know more about who you are. Who's Carolyn?
Carolyn likes to do stuff.
Okay.
Never a dull moment when you're hanging out with me. I act, I sing, I write. I used to dance, although I can't touch my toes now. I can still manage to bust a move now and then. And I just love doing stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. I have seen videos of you singing, and I'm not talking like, 2 a.m. karaoke videos. I've seen like awesome videos of you out there singing blues,
Yes.
which is great. And but the thing that before we get to the Blues Clues, I just want to know, I need one of the great things about seeing you on the show is the representation.
Yes.
And it's for me as Hispanic and as a
Yes.
Hispanic father, I have half my wife and her children are Filipino. So seeing this is just like when we first found out that Josh was the new host, we were like, we got to watch this. And my son is in love with the show. When we get the videos, he watches them. He puts the flashcards in the side with the sign language, so he's learned
Yes.
them. But the moment that you found out you were going to be on the show, and that it was a Filipino host, like how did that hit you?
Um, when I did the recording, the first time I went on set, I went in as an actor, gonna do my job, right?
Right.
But it was when it was broadcasted. That's when I woke up. I thought, oh my goodness, this is beyond what I can even think of. Yes, it's a children's show. Yes, it's a famous children's show, but now there's that other layer of representation and reach and recognition and being seen. And I'm not talking about me, Carolyn, or as the actor, or Lola, the Filipino grandma. I'm not even there yet. I'm thinking all these kids who's watching this show, and they don't have to be Filipino. They can be any culture. They see Josh and Lola, dark hair, different cheekbones, the eyes, the shape of the eyes, and the gestures, and how they connect to that. Because, a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old doesn't know what a Filipino is, but they know the dark hair, they know the eyes, they know certain gestures, right? For the kids to connect to that, it it blew my mind how far the reach was going to go, and it changed me as a person. I'm on social media, I'm very active on social media. I had to find a different voice because now I have these kids following me. I have to watch my language sometimes. I can no longer say things that I used to say openly on social media, assuming that I only had adults following me. Now I have to watch it. I don't sugarcoat things
Right.
because feelings are feelings. There are a lot of unhappy things happening to people of color all over. But to have Blues Clues out there front and center with Filipinos, people of color, reaching out to kids, looking at the camera and saying, I see you. Look at your son. Look at your kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It is. And then I would be, I'm not gonna lie, like the first I did see, like I saw you like in the bits and pieces before you were actually like on the show. Cause like the bacon one is the first time you were actually I guess, in the same room with Josh.
Yes. Yes.
And that moment, like when you walked in, like my eyes teared up because it's just, you know, there's just something about, you know, grandmas, abuelas, lolas, you know, just
Yeah.
being with the grandchildren. It's just a beautiful thing. And then
It
when
is.
he does the hand gesture,
Yes.
I was just like, oh my God, this is, you know, it's on another level.
It is on another level, and when I saw that, because when I'm working on set, I'm working. I'm listening to the director. I have to, you know, I need to bring the character out full on. But when I finally had the chance to sit back and look at Lola as a regular audience member, I too teared up. You know, when she bursts through the door and says, "Joshie," my heart exploded. Can you imagine how many grandmas do that? Welcome their kidlets. I like to call them kidlets. Welcome their kidlets in that manner. Oh,
Yeah, it's great to see. Like you said, it's not only kids of color, but every kid can relate to that.
yes.
And there's always, like, you know, grandparents always have that special nickname for their kids, and then just,
Yes.
you know, like, you know, hearing you and the Joshy, you know, that's just so great. Um, but the show Blue's Clues has been around for so long. Like, how familiar were you with it before you went to the audition? Excuse me.
Well, I was familiar with it because I have a very young sister. When I would babysit her, we would watch Steve. And even then I knew it was fast forward, that show. So coming into becoming Lola and Blue's Clues and you and Josh being Steve's cousin, full circle life, right?
Uh-huh. Yes. And I know we're kind of running out of time, but I wanted to ask you a question as Lola,
Okay.
if you would like to. Okay, so I know, like how we said, you know, like the grandparents are always the ones that comfort the child. You know, like they love going over grandma's house or grandpa's house. So what song would you sing to Joshie, like if he was having trouble sleeping at night? Would there be a specific song you sing to him?
If he was having ah twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Carolyn. Thank you for your
Thank
time
you.
today. Friends, Blues, Clues, and You, Blues Big Bacon Show is out on DVD now. Pick it up. Learn some new words. I learned delicious. I kept doing that every time I cooked for my kids. And yeah, go support. It's a great show. And again, you're going to see the multi-talented, amazing, award-winning Carolyn Fe. Thank you very much for your time today. Bye.